Just getting set up. Trying to figure out all this overlay stuff. All right, I think I'm ready. Share on all the social medias. Where'd all my screens go? Copy pasta. Hey Tang, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Uh, yeah, solar system slash RTS style. Got some general like movement, and yeah, there's your solar system right there. It's based off of. I got the idea from a book called "We Are Legion, We Are Bob," and it's a great book, and it's about a von Neumann probe that is trying to save humanity and find places, find habitable planets. So RTS-ish elements, but narrative focused. Yeah, there's no procedural generation. I can rant about proc gen at some point, but yeah, no procedural generation at this point. I might add it later if I need like more permutations of things. But the idea is probably I'll have some specific star systems. What was it? Now I need to remember what star systems. We are a Legion. We are Legion. We are Bob. There were specific star systems that were visited. Eridani? Alpha Eridani? Is that a star system? Eridani, right. Eridani. I think it was called Alpha Eridani. But yeah, there'll be a... everything is terrible. I can't believe I forgot the name of the actual star. Yeah, Epsilon Eridani. That's what it was. And yeah, there were a couple of star systems that were covered in the book, and I want to have those systems as places that you can explore. But it's going to be a I won't say like play once kind of experience, but there's going to be there's a narrative trajectory and a specific ending to the game. Eventually, you'll come across the others, which would be a violent enemy race, and then you have to defeat them, and once you beat them, you beat the game. So, avoiding procedural stuff for now, unless I find some specific patterns that let me do procedural. Hello, baddies, Stony. How's it going? Hey, first time chat. Welcome to the stream. Let me know if you have any questions on any of this stuff. All right. So I'm going to do some refactoring first. Okay, you move to a star system. You start mining. And then once you have narrative games make things a little bit difficult, but it's kind of my wheelhouse. I think that's like the primary differentiator with my games. All right, so I have 50 minerals. I'll create a harvester. So now this harvester is like auto harvesting the minerals. Let me know if the code size looks good, the game size and all that. If not, then I can make it larger. Waiting for 50 minerals again. Boop. There we go. I'm going to just cheat and add minerals. There we go. So I have 500 minerals. So you've got these little things harvesting the star, and then once the asteroid is harvested, they'll go to other asteroids. So each one of them is going to like a different asteroid. Now, the problem is that I need to cap it in some way, like have a supply limit, so that you're not harvesting the entire solar system in a very short period of time. Because right now you reach a certain threshold, and then everything's continues to harvest, and you'll have the entire star system harvested by then. Movement's fun. Got some like nice movement, camera movement stuff. So I was thinking, with respect to like a supply limit, you're a von Neumann probe, so you've got this idea of a a memory capacity that you have to upgrade before you can support the orchestration of more harvesters. So I think that's what I'm going to explore next. The code is pretty jank right now. There's some refactoring things that I need to do, reduce some duplication, but new features. Why do that when you can just work on new features? So looking at my game, I've got my defaults. So I've got a minerals count, and maybe do like state.ram memory. Let's just do hard drive space. No, let's do RAM. So you've got a specific set of a RAM for your probe. Maybe I should put that on the probe itself. Yeah. So we've got this idea of RAM, and I'll set the default RAM to what? Supply capacity. We'll do 10. 10 is good. Harvesters. Let me create a new harvester. All right, there's my harvester collection thing. So I'll do else if RAM if RAM is greater than if RAM is less than harvesters dot length, I want to set my message text to not enough RAM. Upgrade memory. All right, so let's see if this works. So now if I go in and go to build, create a harvester, exception, right, because RAM hasn't been initialized. RAM or equals 10. Okay, initialize RAM. Not enough RAM, upgrade memory. That looks kind of, the overlay's kind of jacked. Where's my message prefab? It is the last thing that's rendered. Let me set the background to something a little bit darker, maybe 200. That's better. I think I just wanted a solid background. Harvester. Yep. Not enough RAM. Upgrade memory. Okay. So now this is my build screen, and I want to provide a means to upgrade memory. And I probably want to render the memory to the screen also at some point. So here's my build menu right here. And okay, let's add this concept of a memory upgrade. Now, there's going to be different upgrades that you want to do. So I was thinking of having an idea of like an engineering bay. So StarCraft, you have engineering bays that allow you to do upgrades. Is it the engineering bay? No. Is it the armory that lets you do upgrades? I'll just call it upgrade module. And I want that to be show up at 180. And we'll figure out what the callback's going to look like so. All right, so there's my upgrade module. And then on my main screen, you go here and you'll click the upgrade module. See, that sounds like a verb. Engineering bay. There we go. So harvester, engineering bay, and close. So you would click this and there would be a specific amount for minerals that you need for an engineering bay. Let's restart the game and see how long it takes, what the air quotes interest curve would look like. So I want to move. I should probably add some background music. I don't want to play like actual music because you'll get like muted parts in the stream, and it makes it hard to actually bring it up on YouTube. All right, so I'm mining. All right. Build a harvester. If I try building a harvester costs 50 minerals to build. Not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. I could do a lot of StarCraft parodies in here. Create another harvester. Maybe 150. 150 is probably a good amount. See, duplicating code. Why write a function when you can just copy and paste 2 ivars? Costs 150 minerals. All right, so I'll create 2 more harvesters. All right, my prefab is too small now. Let's make my message prefab 400 pixels. Create some more harvesters. Engineering bay 800 pixels. 600 pixels. $800 pixels. Everyone loves pixel pushing. What the deuce? Oh, I was changing the wrong value. This needs to be 600 pixels. And I'm going to remove the less than 150 so I can just see the text. All right, engineering bay costs 150 minerals to build. All right, that looks good. So else has engineering bay. All right, so this is UI specific, all right? So you've got your I've created the engineering bay. But if you already have it, then what should be displayed here is the next question, right? And I'll figure that out. Oh, but you might want to have multiple engineering bays to do upgrades? Maybe. Has engineering bay. Great. This is good enough. Okay, so if you have an engineering bay, I want to show a prefab for that. Engineering bay prefab, right? Return nil if I don't have an engineering bay. Otherwise, I want to create some circles, and I want the angle to be 180, kind of like next to you, and they'll be a little bit tinier. I'll keep them the same size for now. So times 16. Times angle dot vector x. And then do the same thing for y. Cool. And then for the prefab itself, I want to have that. Let me extract the probe. I don't think I have a probe prefab. Nope. Put that here. I need to fix that. I need to fix whatever the hell is causing this stupid, idiotic thing. It's like, what is my exception? Let me go to exception.txt. Logs. Current exception is stack level 2. Curse you! Curse you to hell! Let me do this. What do I want to do? I'm going to go to the runtime. Pretty print exception and export. Pretty print at the end. Maybe. Why is it like this? Why am I getting the exception? Okay, there we go. There's the exception. See, that's weird. Now it's working. Everything's terrible. All right, there we go. Pro prefab. Engineering bay prefab. All right, so return nil if they don't have an engineering bay. Let me remove that for right now, just so I can see. Okay, there's my engineering bay prefab. All right, and maybe have that orbit. Yeah, let's have it orbit. Hello, Obuts. That's a great name. Obuts. Obs. Yeah. I was like, wait, why isn't it orbiting correctly? There we go. All right, so that's a good orbit. Maybe 20 pixels. Yep, 20 pixels looks good. And then for the inner color, RGB, maybe blue for the engineering bay. Wow, that blue is really hard to see on the white. What do I want to do for that then? Instead of making it maybe like a darker color. That looks fancy. That might be a little hard to see. Let's see if that works. All right, so there's my engineering bay orbit, and we'll make it a pretty, like a darker blue. Is that too dark? Yeah, that's impossibly dark. 200. Is that still too dark? It is too dark. 100. There we go. That's a nice blue color. And maybe remove that inner circle altogether. There we go. That looks all right. And a grayish color for the I don't like that. Darker. I'm not sure if I like that either. What if I make this bigger? That looks good. Now I might be able to make it a little bit darker. Too dark. All right. There's your engineering bay. Okay, and then if I move around, it should move with me. That looks good. One last tweak, and then we'll look at other stuff. Okay. There we go. Lula, stop grumbling. Yeah, that works. Okay, one more tweak. 24. Hey, Lovey, how's it going? All right. So we have an engineering bay. And now what? Okay, so you've got an engineering bay. Oh, and then when you click it, another screen comes up. That makes sense. Okay, so menu items. So this might be a point where I need to start doing some refactoring. So I have main menu items. Then I want engineering bay menu items. Have this upgrade RAM. Put a to-do there to upgrade the RAM. We've got our build menu, harvester, engineering bay. We'll set has engineering bay equal to true. We want to decrement the minerals. Duplicate code because that's what we do here. Set the transition to the engineering bay menu. We have our close. We have our build. Where's my upgrade RAM? There's my upgrade RAM. I need a close button here. Duplicate code because that's what we do here. One of you all has to cut me off and say, like, Amir, you need a refactor now. This is too much. All right, close engineering bay menu. Yeah, because after you purchase it, should it automatically open that menu? We'll say no. All right, and let me go to my tick function. Look how many minerals I have. I'm already up to 13,000 minerals. This needs to be capped. And I think RAM upgrades should increase in price as you add more RAM, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let me go to my tick method. I have a calc inputs. So if it's the main menu, I want to, again, duplication here, here, and here. I need to refactor this. The transitions end up being different from going to menu, so that's something I need to think about. So there's build menu, action, where's my build menu? Yep, so there's my basic build menu. See, I called it basic build. Because I was thinking like there's things that you have like basic structures and then advanced structures. Anyways, we'll figure that out later too. Just defer everything, it's fine. engineering bay menu. We want engineering menu items. And then a click for that. And then I need a prefab. And I'm going to copy paste this code too. Leave me alone. It's fine. I need a refactor. I know I do. And the title should be Engineering Bay. And then, hey, leave me alone. I will refactor if I end up making another menu item. I swear. Look at that. So now if I call close, what should close do? Engineering Bay menu items, close needs to go back to the basic build menu. So if I call close, yep, it goes back to this. And I have this set to just main. Let me go to my prefabs. Basic build menu is this. Where's my title for this? I don't have a title? What the hell did I updated the wrong thing. I updated the wrong thing. Wait, engineering bay menu. There should be a thing to upgrade RAM, and when you close it, it needs to go to fine. Orbiting's fine. Maybe? So I click the button, go to build. Why is it going there? What did I screw up? This is what you get for copying and pasting. Never do this. It should go to the basic build menu. When you click that. Why isn't it doing that? Go to build, and it goes to the engineering bay. What? Main menu items. Select destination. Mine. It should be going here. It should be going to the basic build menu. I click. Okay. It is. So my basic build menu, where the hell is that? Okay. Basic build menu items. Yeah, that works. Oh, did I? No, I only have 2 versions of that. Oh, okay. It's the ordering? Oh yeah, because no? has engineering bay. There's my problem. I'm rendering both, but I only want to render this if they're actually on the specific menu item, right? So I need to do this also. Engineering bay menu, engineering bay menu. There we go. Why? Why? Oh, that's the prefab. No, I am doing this. What's going on? Why? This is what I get for copying pasting right here. Okay, you click build, and it's going to the upgrade RAM. Help! I need help. What did I screw up? Okay, I'm not even rendering this prefab. All right, let me remove the rendering of this prefab. Nothing is working. Okay, basic build menu prefab is incorrect. Oh, I just named it engineering bay. That's the problem. God damn it. This needs to be called build. And then this needs to be basic build menu items. I'm gonna refactor this code now. I lost so much time just doing that. Okay, there we go. Yep, engineering bay costs that many minerals. That's good. So let me go to the prefab. Add that prefab there. I want these behind the probe. That's good. All right, so yep, I need 150 minerals. I'll set my minerals to 500. Build. Yep, that's a good exception. Set my camera center. Line 68 for calc inputs. Engineering bay menu items, that's all good. Okay, I still get the exception. Line 67, engineering bay menu items. Do I not return them? I don't. But I need to copy and paste this code now to calculate all the rectangles, because that's what we do here. I will refactor. After I get this working, I will refactor it. I promise. So build engineering bay. Okay, so you click engineering bay. Engineering bay menu items. Close needs to go to orbiting. All right, I click build. This is good. All right, now if I click engineering bay, has engineering bay should be true. No, I don't. Okay, so it should be coming here. Does harvester works? Okay, harvester works. Why doesn't this work? I click Engineering Bay. Okay, here is what? Build Harvester works. But if I click Engineering Bay, does that work? Yes. But then it dismisses the menu, which is incorrect. I will refactor this. I swear. I promise. I want to just get this one thing working. Build. Let's change this to meow. Just in case I have a here somewhere else. Okay, meow is getting called. That's good. And my state minerals is not less than 150. Then it should go to this line, right? Let me change this to buying. I will refactor, I promise. Build. Let's go back to the main menu. Go to build. Click Engineering Bay. Why aren't you clicking? All right, so this is my basic build menu. Let's click that ID. Basic build menu. So I go to build, harvester. Right. Okay, clicking build harvester. Good. Awesome. Clicking build upgrade module. Good. So this part is also working. Is it because I don't cache the callback. So here's my callback. I'll print that out. For what word the not has else if clause is a constant true. Yeah, I know. I can just make that an else. All right, has engineering bay. Build. Has engineering bay is true. Okay. And now I want to transition. Wait, what? So if they have the engineering bay, I want to go to the engineering bay menu. So the action should be set to engineering bay menu. I have my main menu, I have my basic build menu, and then I have my engineering bay menu. Am I rendering the wrong prefab? Okay, I am in the engineering bay menu. That's good. So what are my engineering bay menu items? Those look correct. So is it my prefab? It would help if I spelt this right. Engineering, well, I had it spelled wrong in both places, so that's fine. Engineering bay menu prefab. And I'm looking at the basic build menu. So this is the issue. And if I just refactored the code, I wouldn't be having to change 15 different places. But do I learn? No, of course not. Of course I don't learn. All right, so now the close function. I promise I'll refactor. I promise. All right, so the close button needs to, instead of going to the, instead of going to orbiting, it needs to go to the basic build menu. I'm definitely going to refactor after this. Maybe. You close. All right, that's good. But now this is not a build because there's like other options. Naming things. Naming things suck. Yeah, the zoomed out mode is like actually pretty freaking cool. Okay. That took way longer than it should have because I didn't refactor my code. Yeah, so like so here's your main menu. So you've got the idea of like I can mine an asteroid. Let me go to an asteroid that has minerals. So I'll go here. I move to this asteroid and then I can start mining it. Okay? And actually it's probably worth restarting the game. So you're here. If you try to click mine, it'll say celestial body does not have minerals. No, the text being build. Yeah, so right here, you can build a harvester. And you can build an engineering bay. But once your engineering bay is built, then you can visit the engineering bay. And I was thinking of like using the same menu where if you click engineering bay, that it would just take you to operations related to the engineering bay. Instead of trying to like delete this menu item and then put an engineering bay menu item here and all that different hierarchy stuff. So I can't build there, which is fine. I can't build a harvester because it needs 50 minerals. And I can't mine because the celestial body does not have any minerals. So the idea is, okay, they try clicking those things. Just name it buildings. Yeah, I think that could potentially make sense, more sense. And then the idea of a harvester, I could just call this like build harvester or something. I may have to just have the engineering bay option show up here, but I'm not sure yet. Okay, so no mining. You try to build. You can't build this. You can't build this. So the only other option left is to move. So then you go to move. You click on an asteroid. And now you can start mining the asteroid. Okay, I've got 50 minerals. I go to build, and then I create a harvester. And see, the thing is, if I call it buildings, the harvester is not a building. You're building a harvester, which is why I call it build in the first place. All right, now I've got 2 harvesters. I have 3 harvesters. You can zoom in on the game. Four harvesters. Maybe 5 should be the supply limit. So then I can mine myself. So we're all mining this asteroid. Yeah, so let's set the supply limit to 2. Yeah, let's set the initial RAM to 5 instead of 10. All right, so now if I try to create a harvester, what the deuce? My RAM should be 5. Right, so my RAM should be 5. Oh, do I set my RAM somewhere else? I initialize it to 5. My harvester length is what? My harvester length is 6. So what should happen is if I go to build and build a harvester, all right, not enough RAM, good. Upgrade memory at the engineering bay. Okay. Close, close, close. All right, I need my engineering bay prefab to show up. There we go. So we've got an engineering bay, and then we've got our harvester machines, and rename the engineering bay to like engineering workshop. I like the idea of making it machine centric because it's like rotating you, right? I will refactor, I promise. But we got to think of a name now. We can't call it engineering bay. Well, I guess maybe we can continue to call it engineering bay. Modules. Let's call them modules. So you've got a harvester module. You've got the engineering module. Let's call them modules. Upgrade memory at the engineering bay using the engineering module. Sure. Call this harvester module. This is fine. I'm going to refactor, I promise. Yeah, evolution chamber. So the thing is like if you think about, so you're a von Neumann probe. Do machines evolve? Like you upgrade a computer, or like add modules to it or something. So that's what I was saying. Maybe a module instead of what we have here. That was my reasoning behind it. The excuse me. Yeah, the StarCraft parodies and callbacks are definitely something that I can put into this. So you hit close, which takes you back to your modules menu. You hit close again, which takes you back to the main menu, and then you close again and takes you back. Okay, cool. So let me commit this code, and then we will do a refactor. I could probably call it upgrades module. Terminator 1 to 2 certainly evolved. Yeah. Yep. I I know. I mean, but can a computer have a chamber? Like, is that really a thing? I suppose, maybe. All right. Refactoring time. Let's totally refactor this code. Or we can work on a new feature. What do you all think? All right, so calc current menu. We'll set that to calc current menu. Menu map. This will cause another refactoring, which is fine. Main menu should invoke main menu items. So I'm trying to refactor just one of them, make sure it works, and then I'll add the other menus. So menu items is going to be that. That's good. So those are my menu items. And then menu item will be intersect rect around that. And it looks like I need some concept of like my close action. Okay, so the reason I have this is, okay, I'm on my main menu, which seems to be working. If I click outside of this circle, then it dismisses the menu. So maybe call it dismiss action. So maybe call this items method. On dismiss. Stabby proc. Is that the stabby proc syntax? I don't know why I use stabby procs. Calling a lambda just feels better sometimes. Menu map is equal to menu. I see the message. Let me do my refactor real quick. No, it's a different cone dog this time. Lump has been taken out of the cone, but Riku is now in the cone. So it's a different cone dog this time. Okay, that works. Holy crap, that worked. All right, so I have my menu map, which is good. See, I'm refactoring. I swear. I told you I'd refactor. Yep, that looks correct. And then this one needs to go to the basic build menu. Okay. Okay, so far so good. So calc menu items, basic build menu will be replaced with this. I'm refactoring. Look, I'm doing the refactor. I'm doing it. I'm doing the refactor. I'm literally, look, the refactoring is happening. It's just so boring to watch people refactor. It's like, I want new game mechanics. All right, cool. Okay, so calc current menu is working. Yeah, the threats were sent before that. I agree. I agree. I don't like that it's called menu map. Maybe call it menu lookup. And then I can do one more refactor here. Right? So, and I could probably rename that. I should probably rename that. Menu look up. I call it menu look. Menu lookup. All right. You click. Sweet. And you can then mine. Okay, no asteroids to mine. Let's move. There's no asteroids. There's nothing to. Yeah, these look at them. They're just like completely harvesting this entire entire solar system. And I want to do mine. Okay, mine is working. I go to build. All right, that works. I'm in engineering bay, and then the upgrade RAM. So upgrade RAM. RAM plus equals 1. How much should it cost to upgrade the RAM? I don't know. Cool. So you can upgrade your. So if I try to build a harvester, I can't. Engineering module, upgrade RAM. My RAM should be upgraded. Cool. All right, so now I need to display the RAM on the main page. There's my label rect for the minerals. Copy paste this code. One of you all has to keep track of the code that I'm copying and pasting to help me with the refactor. Otherwise you just forget. And I get sidetracked. I'm like, why would I refactor? Oh, the RAM is in the probe. And right now I've got a concept of multiple probes, which was stupid. That was a I was like, "Oh, I'm going to have multiple probes. Obviously this should be a collection." And then everywhere I have like first probe. I never learn. There's my RAM. Row equals 1. I think that's okay. No, let's make it row equals 0 and then set the anchor to 1.5. Cool. All right, so you've got your RAM. The RAM is 6. Yeah. All right, fix me. There you go. Okay, so RAM is 6. Harvest module, not enough RAM. Upgrade RAM. Cool. So the RAM you can see the RAM get upgraded. So now I have 26 RAM. I can create harvesters, which is cool. I can move. You can see all the harvesters moving around, which is fancy. Dungeon Class Software, Terminator 1. Yeah, Terminator 1, Terminator 2. Also, welcome to the chat. I didn't mention that. How many people are watching this horribly boring stream? Got a few. Ravanstos, Obuts, great name, as always. Wellavito Knight. Yep, StarCraft jokes. Please keep the StarCraft jokes coming. I think that having those parodies is definitely a cool thing. All right, so let's see, right? Extracted calc menu inputs function. So I did that. So the question is, what now? Okay, so you do an engineering module. You can upgrade RAM. This is called build. And that's the label for the build menu. Okay, so basic build menu, free prefab. So I'll call this menu prefab. And I'll give it a title. I want to give it items. Title, items. I need an ID. I need a title. The items will come from the lookup, so I don't need that. Is there a repo you can? Is there a repo that you can follow along? No, I don't have a repo. I don't have a repo. But if you have questions about the source code, like how do I do this, or how'd you get this specific thing working, let me know, and more than happy to talk about it. All right, so I'm going to return if it's not either one of those. Otherwise, I want to calculate the easing of the specific menu. And then this part would be next. And here I want the title. I want the title. I want the menu will be based on the menu lookup. Menu items will be getting those specific items. And then this would be menu items. I'm going to replace that with dot. Replace that with that. Do that globally and globally. All right. Is that all that I need for the refactor? Maybe? Hi.
Hello.
How was work?
It was good.
I'm glad.
I'm glad.
Go to my basic menu prefab. Now I can create a menu prefab, give it an ID and a name, and hopefully this code can go away. That looked like it worked. And I want to call this modules instead of build. Yep, that ended up working. Very nice. I should probably shift the title up. So if I go to my menu prefab, look at where the title is located. And I want to set, what, -10? See where -10 puts it. -5. Wow. Nailed it. -6. That looks good. Set the size px to 40. That looks good. So you go to your build menu. There's my modules. Engineering module, harvester. That looks good. And now this gives me a single place to do my refactoring. This was a good change. See, I did it. I wasn't lying. Basic build menu, this would be the main menu, and its name will be, I guess, Command Center. All right, I like the idea of Command Center. You go to your, and let's go to the menu items. We're going to call this modules. Okay. Mine, move, modules. That's good, I think. You go to modules. You've got your harvester module, your engineering module. I can create modules, harvester. Create your harvesters. Upgrade RAM. Close. Make more harvesters. Okay, one more menu to replace. And this would be the build menu prefab. Lots of code deleted. See, this is good. How many menus do I have? Oh, I'm not even using this. Great. Cool. Yep, not even using that one. Remove all this code. Refactoring is so boring, Levy. It's so boring. It looks good though. It really does look. It's starting to look better. And then upgrade RAM. The menu item. We'll set this to 90. Shows up there. That's good. Yep. And then you can close. You go to modules, engineering bay, close, and command center. Wonderful. When I go to calc menu items, calc current menu, return if action at elapsed time is less than half a second. Okay. So we've refactored the calc current menu. We've refactored the menu prefabs. And I'm done with refactoring. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something else. Right? All that goes away. That gets cleaned up. Let's menu prefab. Let's move the function so our diff is a little bit nicer. I can remove this duplication here. So the orbiting should still work. Yep. Go to modules. Upgrade RAM. Beautiful. All right, I'm done with refactoring. Let's work on something new now. I should probably add some music so we've got some background music going on. Because having silence is too silent. If anyone has any ideas as far as like something that won't get muted because of copyright, like some video game music, post a link and I can use that. Okay. So let's do a move. Everything's been harvested already. Okay, so I think this is the next thing I want to work on. I want to work on panning and zooming of the camera. So if I move my mouse like towards the edge, it lets me move around because it's annoying to like have to find where all my things are. There are my harvesters. Yeah, they're all harvesting over here. All right, so let's get let's get the camera movement working. So I think I've got this concept of a camera center. Right, so there's my camera center position. I think I need to include some kind of like camera offset. So let's see if this actually works if I do like 100. What happens when I do that? Yep, so it shifts it over to the right. So if I set this to like 500, 800. Okay, that works well. Okay, so what if I put the mouse position? Let's start with just based on the mouse position from the center. And I'll probably have to do some kind of like exponential movement on this thing. So I want the position of the mouse first. No. Yes? So if I do 640, yeah, I want the mouse position first. I want the mouse center X subtracting the grid's width and grid height. Clicking doesn't do anything, which is good, because on a touch device, I want to be able to have like some kind of like click and drag. Okay, so I have my diff for the centers. And I want to do outputs.watch. Center X, just to make sure that the computation's correct. And it is not over 2. Yep, so negative, positive, that's good. Plus diff center X plus diff center Y. Do I want a plus equal? Have an offset value for X and Y. Throw those on there. So I have my camera offsets in place. Yep. Now it's too much. Where'd I go? Ah! Whoa! Yep. So I have to handle. So now I have to handle the distance from the center, and I do that somewhere. I think I do that in one of my samples. Samples cube world main.rb. No, not cube world VR. There we go. Yep, so that's my change rate right there. Is that value divided by the width squared. That seems right. Is that right? Yeah, that'll give me a decimal value. And then I want to square this value. So that will increase over some ratio of it squared, and then let's start with just a 10 pixel offset. I'm not going the right direction because it's squared. It's always going to the right. Because I squared the damn value. What if I cube it? Okay, that's better. 100 pixels. Still a little too slow. 400 pixels. So I click move. That's still a little slow. Uh, 1500 pixels. That feels good. And I only want this taken into consideration when selecting a destination. Maybe. Otherwise, reset it to 0. All right, so I click move. That's good, and if I cancel the destination, it goes back to that. That works out. My camera needs to take into consideration the offset now. So if I go to my camera, to world space, and camera space, screen space needs to take that into consideration. I do this somewhere also. I have another sample app, or I have another project that does the logic for might be as simple as this, right? Plus camera dot offset x, hopefully. Do I need to do for the screen space? I have no idea. Okay, if that's the case, then I shouldn't be adding the value here. Which doesn't make sense. Maybe I shouldn't be adding the value there. All right. Math. So I click move. Okay, this still works. That's good. And what if I click here? Did it even go to the right place? I don't know. All right, let's try this again. Move. That's a pretty big target, though. What? You're not supposed to go there. Why is the camera shifting there? Damn it. We'll figure that out next. All right. So select my destination. Okay, that worked. Let's go to move. And I want to move all the way over to this asteroid. All right, that worked also. There's still something I'm not doing right, though, with respect to this being in the viewport. Because I'm not getting the hovers. Yeah, so these have the green hovers, which is good. And now it's like all the hovers are gone, and I think it's because my probe is no longer in the view of the actual rect itself, which I can fix. Okay, so to fix that, if I go to the probe, so that's the viewport, but I still want to do the select destination prefabs. All right, let's try this again. Move. Yep, my destinations stay in play. I could probably make it even faster, but and I probably need to set some kind of dead zone for the camera movement. Because if I'm like right here, I don't want the camera moving like it is doing right now. Yeah, because it's kind of annoying. It's like, I want to click this, but the camera keeps moving. cannot be the orbit center for menu items. That's an error that I made in the menu lookup for the camera center. There we go. That fixed that. Click move. Click on the sun. Looks good, looks good. I could potentially make the camera movement a little bit faster also, but I think this is a good starting point. Okay, so I've got RAM 5, minerals 0. That's probably a better, there we go. RAM 5, minerals 0. I click mine, we start mining, that's good. Things are refactored, camera is working. Go to modules, harvester module, can't build any more of those. Create another harvester, hopefully. All right, 2 harvesters. Three harvesters. 4. Things are speeding up. It's like, okay, I want to continue creating harvesters. All right, I have 5 harvesters now. It's saying I need more memory. Create an engineering module. Oh no, what happened? I upgrade my RAM. And then each RAM cost should be more than the last. Okay, so let's go back to our probe. RAM plus equals 1. I'll set this to 5. Right, so more RAM costs 500 minerals now. Okay, then I'll go create more harvesters. So it probably needs something like RAM capacity, and then it needs to be like your supply limit, right? You've got the amount of RAM you've used versus your capacity, because it's not obvious right now. See, like RAM usage. Here we go. All right. Yep. 12 of 26. So that's better. Less than equal to. Okay, so the mineral collection rate is still like ridiculous. It's still ridiculous. I'm already at 3,000 minerals. Okay. So let me do a commit here. And it's really easy. Do I have a favorite game that I've released this year? The only games. Well, I've done Game Jam games too, huh? Let me look. Let me look at the games that I've released. I Have a Jetpack was lots of fun. Hideous Laughter. I think I released this year at the beginning of the year. I would say Hideous Laughter would probably be up there with respect to favorites. Castle Ifrit. That was more of an exploration, proof of concept thing. So let's see. I Have a Jetpack, Castle Ifrit. Mertz, I've been updating, making updates to that. Hideous Laughter. Urinal Simulator was last year. And then A Car That Turns, I've done multiple releases of that. I would probably say Hideous Laughter was like the most fun. Oh, other people. Favorite games. Do I play games anymore? I'm just even thinking about like new games I've even played this year, and I think the new game, air quotes, the new games that I've played this year, I ended up buying. What did I end up buying? What's it called? Expert Sniper. Sniper game, PS4. Elite, Sniper Elite. I ended up buying Sniper Elite 5, and I've played through the first level of that, and I liked it. I'm still liking it. I also did Power Wash Simulator, which was fun for a little bit, but then it got boring. I was like, okay, it's fun watching power washing videos, but after a while you're just like, this is kind of boring. So I think that was like a air quotes like a one of those like emotional buys where you're like, oh, I gotta do Power Wash Simulator, and after a while, I ended up not liking that too much. Sniper Elite 5 is good. That was something I bought this year. I also ended up buying uh, Shattered Pixel Dungeon, and I played it a little bit, but I haven't gotten far enough to, and it's nice. I haven't gotten far enough to say whether it's my favorite or not. So of the three freaking games I bought this year, I would say Sniper Elite would be my favorite. Um, as far as release this year, I don't even know what games have released this year. What about you? You and your brown nails, nails painted brown. What is a game that has been released this year that you've enjoyed? Yeah, sorry for misinterpreting the question. It's like, wait, I build games, so I can talk about the games I've released, right? Yeah, if you've got any good, what's the reason I don't play much? I guess for indie games, I end up like analyzing them instead of actually playing them, which is a problem. And then for for like the rest of the games, that's a good question. I think part of it's adulting, but I do have the time if I want to play a game. I do have the time to play the game. Yep, yeah. For indie games, when you know how the sausage is made, you start looking at how they did different things, and it's too close to what you're doing. Uh, so Sniper Elite, like it was a massive team, right? Or at least something out of my periphery with respect to like trying to build it. But yeah, indie games, it's tricky because I'll start playing it and I was like, oh, that's a neat technique. How did they do that? Or did they, fake it? Did they fake the gravity? Did they fake the collision? How good is the collision? How good is this, effect that they made? So it's impossible for me to play indie games anymore, or like 2D pixel games. Um, but yeah, Sniper Elite AAA, 3D game. I don't have that same thing. I'm just waiting for one that will come out in a year or so. Which game? I'm trying to think of like anticipated titles. I usually keep an eye on like SquareSoft or Square Enix with respect to titles that they release. But it's so hard to play AAA games because they take such a time commitment, and it's like I've got I want to play for maybe 30 minutes, and then I start up the console, and then there's a console update, so I got to wait for that to finish, and then I start up the game and I forget what I was doing, and then I start playing the game, and by then I'm just like, I don't want to play anymore. I'm hungry. I need to eat. Speaking of which, I am hungry, and I do need to eat. Troubleshooter banished children. Oh, it's Final Fantasy XCOM, like XCOM and stupid accuracy in that game. Yeah, I hate the accuracy in XCOM. Yeah, and a part of it is like as far as like time to play and Souls like, I'm okay with I'm okay with like the time it takes to finish the game, but I want to be able to play in small chunks, right? I start playing with Final Fantasy 15, right? I started playing. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna start playing this, and then there's like a 20-minute cutscene, and I'm just like, the cutscene's nice. It's beautiful. It's cool. A lot of narrative story. Everything's really well done. Voice acting's well done. But I've just sat here for 20 minutes watching, you know, watch, watching a cutscene. So it's tricky. It's difficult to find a good like AAA game that I can pick up real quickly, play for a little bit, get my fix, and then put down. So I want to change the controls a little bit to where the movement only takes in I guess a quarter of the screen. Let me see. So if I move here, I'm like, okay, I want to move here. Okay, what about up and down? So I move up. Yeah, a quarter of the screen feels good. So a quarter of the screen. Mouse diff X and Y. If mouse diff X.abs is what? Sorry, let me do this quick refactor and then I'll look at the Twitch chat. Just want to fix this camera. I think that's correct. So I get the diff of X and Y, and I say if it's, yeah, if those values are within the boundaries of the 25% of the edges, then I want to set them. Otherwise, I want to set the value to 0. All right, so let's see if that gives me the behavior that I want. Okay, things are good. All right, I want to move there. I think that looks good. This is not working. Why isn't this working? Oh, I've got this. What? Oh, yeah. This needs to be X, width, and width. There we go. All right. It's still not working. Oh, wait. Mouse diff X. What did I break? Mouse diff X and diff Y. I broke something. Move. Okay, my Y works. My X does not. And why doesn't my X work? Okay, so let's remove this refactor that I did. Hard code the values. My X is still not working. Oh, okay. It's because, yeah, this math is incorrect. I'll do the refactoring, I promise. Maybe. Maybe by thirds instead of 25%. Yeah. How about that? Okay, so I'm moving over. I think that feels good. All right. Now that triangles are for everyone, hopefully someone will port Voromobia. Let me see what that is. I've never heard of this game. It's not a game. It's a bird. Did you just make up a game name? I think you just made this game name up. Because all I get is, I just get pictures of birds. You're lying. Oh, fine. It's a game, I swear. It's a bird. There's no game. Oh, is this like a Euclidean thing? This is a Euclidean thing, isn't it? It feels like there's some like geometry stuff that you have to worry about. All right. Is a series of circular ponds. You are a Voromoba, a single-cell creature who lives in a pond. Your dear sweetie is trapped in a frozen pond and can only be saved by a kiss from you. You must venture forth through the ponds to reach your sweetie. Along the way, you must elude or destroy predators and gather food. Is there a gameplay video somewhere? Oh God, do I even want to know? Oh yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of source right there. Windows only? Ridiculous. The Googles does not think that this game exists. It's like, nope, game doesn't exist. Where's the source code? Yeah, I guess it's not super popular as far as visibility, but I think honestly, I think these type of games are exactly the games that are worth trying to port and release and I guess surface up to the greater populace. Okay, it was a pet. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know it was a pet project for an engineer at NVIDIA. So now we have to stock him, obviously. Not a lot of repositories, which is fine. Looks like they're a Julia fan. I mean, I wish I could play the game without having to start up a Parallels VM. Okay, but we got camera movement. We refactored, begrudgingly refactored things, which was annoying, and I never want to do that again. But I'll have to. And yeah, camera movement. We've got the concept of RAM and like a max supply limit. You have modules. You can't build modules without mining enough minerals. We mine enough minerals. We create a module. All that looks good. Three-time IOCC winner. I love the idea of like these small pet projects that smart people, big brain people have created, and yeah, it's just one of those things where it's. I wish it was easier to discover those kind of things. All right, so we create more harvesters. Let's see what the rate of collection is this time. But I think this might be once I review this, it might be a good place to stop, and I'm gonna get some food. I might actually jump back on to stream again, and after I eat, but I think it just depends on if I can think of an interesting idea to implement. All right, so our minerals are set up. I have too much, not enough RAM. Upgrade memory using the engineering module. You need 150 for that. All right, you buy the engineering module, and it should probably transition to that after you purchase it. Let's handle the transition real quick. And so you purchase it, and then it transitions over. Cool. So now engineering module, boom. So the module comes up. You've got your engineering module. You upgrade your RAM. If I have a fifth menu item, does it auto arrange? Currently, it doesn't. But because of the refactor that we did, so I've got this concept of menu items. I think it's worth trying, because I'm going to have to deal with that. So, all right. So here's my menu items, right? And right now I'm setting the hard coding the X and Y positions. But what I could potentially do is okay. I've set those, and I can do length is equal to the length of the items, and then this would be angle increments. So we set our angle increments in this way. And then items each with index, we'll set the angle. We'll set those values, and then after that, we can set the click box. So what that means is I'm essentially removing the need for providing the x and y values explicitly. So let's see if this actually worked. All right. So those are, I've got some number of values there. So what happens if I add 2 more items? There we go. Easy cheesy change. And I think a good change. Potentially a good change. Possibly a good change. There's my harvesting modules. Yeah, it just works. And the power of hot loading. I just make the change and let it hot load, and you don't even notice that it's happening because you get so used to it, and then you start using an engine that doesn't have the hot loading, and it makes you angry. All right, and the movement works. Movement's good. I've got the boundaries in place there. You move to a specific area. You have your engineering module, and then I can start adding additional modules like communication, potentially like a barracks kind of thing for when the baddies start showing up. But I have to think about what that next bit should be. I'm so ready for the secret difficulty mode where the options orbit. I already started getting dizzy. Like, if you end up being on a specific asteroid here, and just the engineering module, like, orbiting around, it almost makes it kind of disorienting to figure out, like, where to click to activate. The click box is pretty big for the probe itself, but that's already something that I'm kind of worrying about, and that's why the probe orbit is so slow, is so you're able to click the damn thing. Pedro, I'm about to leave for dinner. You missed a lot. We've got like menus working. You can create harvesters. So like the harvesters start moving around. And you can see them, you can kind of see them, yep. They start gathering minerals. We've got camera movement in place. So yeah, these are all my harvesters. And I think you can get pretty crazy. So let me try this. State dot mineral. I think my mineral count's good. Let me set my RAM to like 100. Oh, damn it. Game.probes.first.ram equals 500. All right, so I have 500 RAM. Start creating a bunch of harvester modules just so we can see like what kind of insanity happens. And then I'll go to movement and look at them go. They are definitely they are doing their harvestings. Yeah, and it's nice that you can actually move around and kind of see all the places that can be moved. Just a virus that eats everything in the solar system. and each harvester like picks a different location. So once they're finishing harvesting an asteroid, they all disperse and find a new place to go. But yeah, that's kind of what we got working. Yes, RTS vibes, but a chill RTS. Definitely a chill RTS. But yeah, so this is your asteroid belt here. And then with respect to like planets and stuff, you've got your 4 inner planets, you've got your asteroid belt, and then your 3 outer planets, or 4 outer planets, I think. 3 outer planets. Your Jovian planets. Neptune's gaseous, right? Pluto isn't. Pluto's a fake planet. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. Oh, I forgot one. I forgot one of the planets. Which planet did I forget? Jupiter, Saturn. Yeah, I forgot Uranus. I just put Neptune. I'm like, Uranus isn't a planet anymore either. I should probably add that. I do have to figure out the boundaries of the camera, because yeah, you start moving and you're just get completely lost in the solar system, which might be a valid thing. It's like, hey, too bad. I totally forgot a planet. Who forgets an entire planet? But yeah, that's a general idea of the game. And I just got to figure out the rest of the game. How hard can it be? But I think this is a good stopping point. Let me make sure I got my commits. Wings does sound good. And I have time. They are still open. Maybe. Yeah, let me take a break. I think I do want to jump on again and do another stream. So keep an eye out for the notifications. But yeah, I'll probably jump back on for another few hours in an hour. Make sure I'm not in a food coma. And this will give me a time to like kind of disconnect and think about what new concepts or things that I want to add. Yeah. New buildings, new ideas. I want to explore the idea of like actually showing the narrative. So maybe a communication module would be the next thing that I add to this, and kind of look at expansion of the storyline and why you're here exploring the universe. But I think the starting point is good. We'll see where it goes from here. And hopefully it's something I can actually build something commercial out of. All right, y'all have a good one. Should be on later.